reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table, to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated. Designed with serenity and warmth, it provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
UTP leader decries the THA plenary debate. NTATT and Division of Finance sign MOU, and Tutor Tobago officers suggest more support for education. Good evening, I am Lavian Cupid and you're locked in to the Tobago Updates television news for Thursday, 6th November 2025. Now to our top story this evening. The political fallout from the Tobago House of Assembly's 46th plenary sitting continued today after Nkosi Phillips, political leader of the Unity of the People (UTP), delivered a scathing critique of the Assembly's conduct and questioned the motivations of several politicians, specifically focusing on utterances made by Assemblyman Watson Duke that were interpreted as supporting the nascent Tobago People's Party, TPP. Reporter Joel Green George has more on this story.
With Assemblyman Duke as the sole PDP representative in the wake of an internal rift after the last THA election, the majority of assemblymen are now aligned with the TPP. Phillips contends that the recent political maneuvering signals a pursuit of personal gain over the mandate of the public service. The UTP political leader, whose party is actively positioning itself ahead of future elections, did not mince words in their assessment of the island's current political climate, suggesting a lack of principle is evident among office holders.
I realize that a lot of persons are begging for a job. So they will sell Tobago and sell Tobagonians at any cost just to have continued funding in their pockets.
In their comments to Tobago Updates, Phillips pressed Augustine on his abrupt rejection of the entire Tobago bill, a proposal intended to grant Tobago greater autonomy. They recalled a time when Augustine, as a member of the PDP, played a role in negotiating changes to the bill, contrasting it with his current dismissal of the legislation.
I would like to ask him one question. Based on the changes that you have submitted and you would have put there, how come all of a sudden the whole bill, the entire bill, is not good for Tobago when you are the one who sat and made changes?
In closing, the UTP leader asserted that the political rhetoric and actions observed in the THA do not reflect the true interests of the Tobago people.
I wish all Tobagonians the best. I wish every single person running for office the best, and may the best man or woman win. And what I'm seeing in these preliminary sittings today, it is not of Tobagonians and it is not of Tobagonian people. But then again, who am I to say? Everybody's clapping hooray, hooray for that.
They further urged Tobagonians to look beyond immediate financial incentives and demand genuine representation. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Today, a significant step was taken towards strengthening Tobago's workforce capacity through a new partnership between the National Training Agency of Trinidad and Tobago, NTATT, and the Division of Finance, Trade and the Economy, specifically its Economic Management and Research Unit. Here are the details.
The NTA and central government is deepening its collaboration with Tobago to enhance skills training and workforce development across the island. At the heart of this vision is a clear commitment to place human development at the center, nurturing talent, and creating a sustainable skill ecosystem for the future. This initiative is not just a study, it is a hands-on plan to build Tobago's workforce, preparing residents to thrive in key sectors such as tourism, construction, and the creative industries. Over time, the project will strengthen relationships with stakeholders, including the National Training Agency and the Tobago House of Assembly, ensuring that training programs align with the island's economic and development goals. By investing in human capital today, the government aims to equip Tobago with the tools, skills, and partnerships necessary for a resilient and prosperous future. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The Division of Education, Research and Technology has been operating without an assistant secretary for quite some time, and this absence is beginning to take a toll on the division's operations. Tobago Unified Teachers Association tutor officer Braden Roberts is urging the Secretary of Education to seek additional support to help manage the growing workload. Here's more on this story.
Tobago Tutor Officer Braden Roberts emphasized that the division is one of the most dynamic within the Tobago House of Assembly, constantly adapting to new challenges, policies, and the evolving educational landscape. He noted that while the staff continues to work diligently to meet the needs of students, teachers, and schools, additional manpower and resources are essential to maintain efficiency and ensure the smooth execution of the division's initiatives.
So the Division of Education is a dynamic division that needs not just a secretary, but an assistant secretary. I know that the secretary is vocal and visible and so on, but there are things that are not getting done. There are things that are not getting the concerted attention and effort to ensure that they progress to a level of satisfaction. Tutor finds itself, especially for the ministry and TSC and the CPO matters, fighting for Tobago almost on its own.
Robert stressed that appointing an assistant secretary or providing more administrative support would help ensure smoother operations and allow the division to better meet the needs of Tobago's educators, students, and the schools.
That has a significant role to play. But also, even with education, let's say the thing that she's working on in education, there are plenty open things that are not been addressed. So we may talk about furniture shortage. She may have our attention at that for a period of time until something else gets her attention. That is why it's important to get an assistant secretary. So at least particular matters could get somebody working on it until it's done. So I understand it's only one person, but it's the THA needs to arrange the operation.
Roberts emphasized that bolstering the Division of Education with additional support is not just necessary for the secretary to manage her responsibilities effectively, but crucial for maintaining the quality and consistency of the education in Tobago. He urged prompt action to fill the staffing gaps and ensure that no part of the division is overlooked. This is AMPLIA Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Up next, Tongue and Country Planning Division transfer demand. Stay with us.
Take your shot with Junior K.
Always with the introductions, as you see.
And of course, we're on television. Big up to my boy Saki. We just complete. I saw that. So we didn't have a choice. We had to call it.
Good. So, Carnival.
I say, warn them. Hey, I get to know.
Baba boy, Doran. Me God, we are the last man.
Alright, you got a drink, bro?
Drinking liars.
Enjoy. Take your shot on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. A crucial legislative function is at the heart of a continued debate between Tobago and the central government. The Tobago House of Assembly is pushing for immediate control over tongue and country planning, a demand that was at the heart of the Chief Secretary's address during a special assembly sitting with Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar. Reporter Joel Green-George has more on this story.
The quest for greater self-determination in Tobago saw a direct demand during Tuesday's special assembly sitting. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine issued a clear challenge to Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar. Ensure immediate transfer of the Town and Country Planning TCPD to the THA. Augustine asserted that the island's administration is fully prepared to take on this critical responsibility.
I must challenge you, therefore, Madam Prime Minister, and your cabinet colleagues who are all here, that as you return to cabinet, that we have made preparations for the transferal of Town and Country Planning to Tobago, and we very much expect it this year.
This firm political demand comes as the Ministry's Planning and Development's TCPD continues its work to modernize and sensitize the public to its current procedures. Just one day before the Assembly sitting on Monday, November 3rd, the division held its second in-person sensitization session at the Mount Irvin Resort, an event which brought together key financial institutions in Tobago, commercial banks, mortgage banks, and credit unions, to foster collaboration and ensure property transactions comply with planning regulations. The TCPD's focus on compliance is supported by its digital platform, Develop TT, which centralizes all Tobago planning applications and integrates multiple government approving agencies. This streamlining, alongside the focus on planning procedures, enforcement, and the appeals process at the recent event, serves as a crucial lead-up to World Town Planning Day, observed globally on November 8th. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
A 78-year-old legacy of brewing history is turning a new page today with a landmark appointment at a Carib Brewery. Carib Brewery is a subsidiary of the Caribbean conglomerate Anza has named industry veteran Mrs. Elisa Murali-Pantin as its new managing director. The appointment is a historic first, making Murali-Pantin the first woman to lead the Trinidad and Tobago headquartered company since it began brewing Carib lager in 1950. This role follows her previous historic achievement as the beverages sector's first female chief financial officer. The brewery, which began as the Caribbean Development Company in 1947, is a major regional player, exporting its popular Carib and Stag brands to over 41 countries globally. The company states Murali-Pantin will now guide its next phase of growth, effective November 1st, which includes a commitment to its 2X agenda for sustainable performance. The Central Statistical Office, CSO, of Trinidad and Tobago is urging citizens to cooperate with its continuous sample survey of the population, CSSP, as field interviewers fan out across 40 areas in both islands starting November 3rd to November 17th, 2025. The CSO will be in the following Tobago areas: Amity Hope, Bethesda, Bonaccord, Concordia, Lambo, Mason Hall, Pembroke, Sherwood Park. The CSSP is a vital multi-purpose household survey primarily aimed at providing current data on the country's labor force characteristics. Its findings are key to informing government policy and decision-making, covering everything from employment and unemployment figures to demographic shifts. Officials remind the public that participation is lawfully required under the country's Statistics Act, Chapter 1902. The CSO assures all data collected remains strictly confidential. To verify interviewers, residents can call 226-0180, extension 6130. The news continues in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam. You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Who said the elderly can't have fun too? We're talking good food, proper music, lots of games, and a day at the beach they will never forget. From the time we left the compound at Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, the vibe was already established. Wheels up and seatbelts on. Watch now, when we touched down in Pigeon Point, everybody was ready for excitement. But before anything could take place, we had to secure bellies. You ever play bingo by the beachside? Well, that was the first activity on the roster, and boy did these seniors have fun. However, others wanted something more physical, so we brought out the ring toss, and not even arthritis could have stopped them. Well, I was blown away at how straight these people were. Are you sure this is a home for the elderly? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, but nothing beats the song of Good Steel Pan by the shores while we take a dip in Tobago's finest water. Wait, more food again? This is my type of event. The energy was amazing and nothing short of a blessing. Pick up Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, because joy doesn't retire, laughter doesn't age, and memories like these last forever.
To a stranger.
Welcome back. With the Carnival season now behind and businesses tallying their numbers, the Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Ferry Service has released its official figures for the festive period, recording a total of 22,318 passengers and 7,570 vehicles transported between the islands. While some view these numbers as a sign of success and efficiency, others believe there is still room for improvement. Here are the details.
Chairman of the Tobago Business Chamber, Martin George, noted that while the Inter-Island Ferry Service numbers may appear to reflect success, the real insight lies in the details. He emphasized that it's important to determine how many of the 22,318 passengers actually travel to the island specifically for Tobago Carnival, as opposed to those making their regular visits.
It would be nice if we could disaggregate the numbers to show those who were coming specifically for the Tobago Carnival event, as opposed to persons who are just simply going about their normal routine business traveling between Trinidad and Tobago. All right, but I mean, the point is, if it is that it shows a major spike from the normal amount of travelers, then of course, yes, we can assume that a certain portion of that increase would definitely be, persons coming for the Carnival event.
Mr. George is suggesting that a documentation or data collection system be implemented upon arrival to the island to identify how many visitors are traveling specifically for major events like Tobago Carnival. He believes such a measure would support better planning, improved resource management, and more accurate assessment of the island's tourism impact during peak periods.
If you notice what is done in some of the other islands, when you land from a foreign country, they would ask you, well, okay, what is your purpose? And, if you indicate on the form, well, yes, you're coming here for Tobago's Carnival, then, of course, this is how we are able to generate proper records to be able to do proper advanced planning. So, therefore, if it is that we can get proper records to show that, well, look, we had 20,000 visitors to Tobago for this year's carnival, and it looks like next year is going to be more, then we could say, well, hey, listen, we can project maybe 25, maybe 30,000 additional persons are going to be coming, that kind of thing. But
while the ferry service Carnival figures highlight strong inter-island movement, business leaders believe that data-driven insight is essential to truly measure Tobago's tourism success. Implementing a visitor documentation system upon arrival could help stakeholders make informed decisions, enhance event planning, and ensure that future carnivals deliver even greater economic and cultural benefits for the island. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Every day, we bring you closer to the issues that matter most. For our social media poll today, we asked, do you believe the Tobago House of Assembly, THA, will be able to effectively manage and grow Tobago's economy with autonomy? 72% of respondents voted yes, while 28% voted no. Some persons took the time to comment, from job queries to suggestions of how to further develop Tobago's agriculture sector. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and join the conversation by voting in our daily polls. The weather report is up next.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Thank you so much for staying with us. And here's a look at the weather report for the period tonight and tomorrow. Tonight will be partly cloudy at times with a few scattered showers. There is a medium chance of isolated thunderstorm activity, mainly over Trinidad and Tobago and the Windward Islands. Gusty winds and street or flash flooding may occur in areas under heavy showers or thunderstorms. Tomorrow will be variably cloudy with occasional periods of showers and a medium chance of isolated thunderstorms. Conditions are expected to remain warm and humid with the possibility of gusty winds and brief heavy rainfall in localized areas. Tonight's minimum temperature is forecast to be at around 24 degrees Celsius in Piarco and 25 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. Tomorrow's maximum temperature is expected to reach a high of 31 degrees Celsius in Piarco and 30 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. Seas moderate, waves near 1.5 to 2 meters, occasionally reaching up to 2.5 meters in leewards and below 1 meter but choppy at times in sheltered areas. Marine interests along northern and eastern shorelines are advised to exercise caution due to the presence of northerly long period swells from near midnight. There are no watches or warnings in effect at this time, but the public is advised to remain alert during periods of heavy showers or gusty winds. Sunrise tomorrow is at 5:58 and sunset at 5:40. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates television news. Recapping the headlines before we go. UTP leader decries a THA plenary debate. NTATT and Division of Finance sign MOU. And the Tutor Tobago officer suggests more support for education. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Lavian Cupid, wishing you a pleasant night.